What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 97, and we start today's episode off by offering Dominic Iorfa a second contract extension after he declined the first one. Now, Iorfa's been put on the transfer list here at the club because the board decided they didn't want to keep an unhappy player here if we wouldn't negotiate a new deal with him, as he did want an increased salary. We gave him an increased salary in the first contract extension, but he declined it because he wanted to understand his squad role. So we gave him squad rotation player status, and we shall wait and see what Iorfa says. I do like him as a right back, to be honest. 78 overall, physically fantastic, both pacey and strong too. 6'4", can play centre back in my eyes as well as right back too. So I really do like him, and I like to keep him here. And also for Levy and Bentley, who came back from their loan spells. That's how they look in terms of their attributes. And also a big came in for Laporta, our French centre back from Roma. They offered £25 million. We said give an extra £40 million, match £65 million. Otherwise, we are going to keep the former Athletic Bilbao man here.
Well, he's big, he's brawny, and I can tell you he's a very intelligent young man as well, Romelu Lukaku, who's forging his career now, the strong, strapping Belgian striker.
Well, sometimes you talk about not being able to coach a quality, and I think his finishing ability is one such thing because he just does it naturally.
And coming into the first game of today's episode here, we will take on Charlton away at the Valley, taking on the Championship side in the FA Cup third round. Before the game, Martin Tyler and Alan Smith discussed Romelu Lukaku's style of play, and it's been a while as well since Martin Tyler and Alan Smith has featured in this series, really. I do like the sort of the player introductions or the tail of tape or whatever they discuss pre-game. I haven't had really any reason to include what they've been talking about pre-game, but just 2 minutes into this game, we would take the lead through guess who, Romelu Lukaku, so it's a good thing. I did decide to include what Martin Tyler and Alan Smith were nattering on about pre-game. Yes, Romelu Lukaku gets the opening goal of the game, and it's been a while since the Belgian has scored. I think his last game might have came against Sevilla in the Champions League group stages. It's been a while anyway, and the Belgian, I really do like the guy, and I've read some of the comments from you guys too, saying that he should start ahead of Mario Balotelli. But I don't particularly want to drop last season's top scorer, and currently our top scorer this season as well. And Neymar, of course, is, not a player who I'm obviously going to drop, being our 91 overall best player in the team right now. So Lukaku is settling for a place on the bench, but he still contributed with a few goals this season. And the deal we negotiated with Newcastle at the start of the season was £10 million plus Matej Vidra, and we're only half the way through the season, but I can already tell that has been a very smart piece of transfer business. But still, in this game against Charlton, Lukaku's goal separating the two sides in the second minute was looking like it would be the only goal of the game, because there were quite a few chances for both sides in this game. Charlton's problem though was they were getting chances, but they couldn't really hit the target. It was still 1-0, and Djokovic was really untroubled in this game. But in the 82nd minute though, Charlton, after some constant pressure, would indeed grab themselves an equalising goal with one of the first shots on target. Sadly for us, Djokovic did get a glove on it, but couldn't keep it out, and Vetakole does equalise to the Championship side and make it Charlton 1, Watford 1. No less than they deserved really as well. The pressure they were putting on Sunder was relentless really, and this is a really powerful strike by number 14. Djokovic did get a hand to it, couldn't keep it out, and sadly for us, Vetakole does equalise, and the home side do grab themselves an equalising goal and look as though they will send the game to a replay. So 1-1 was the score, but in stoppage time here, as Charlton play the ball forward, Djokovic gets the ball, dribbles out of the box with the ball, plays it through towards Jeremy Haber, his Canadian teammate, who finds Iñaki Williams, through towards Damari Gray, holds it up, back to Iñaki Williams, down the left-hand side, takes it round his man, drills it across to the far post, and his stoppage time, well, this is an own goal, which the defender will not want to see again and again and again, because some own goals are quite unfortunate, deflected efforts and whatnot. But this one, I have literally zero idea what he was trying to do. Was he trying to put the ball behind for a corner? Was he trying to control it in his own 6-yard box? I do not know, but he completely messed it up. The number 17 there had to get something on it, or at least he felt so, because Buffal was right behind him. But Buffal carried on his run and actually went off the pitch. And number 17 could have just left the ball there, but Holmes Dennis ends up touching the ball into the bottom corner. He can't keep it out, neither can the despairing dive of the goalkeeper, and because of that, we claim a stoppage time own goal winner. So we are through to the FA Cup fourth round, and thankfully we won't have a replay, because replays, this is annoying me so much in career mode, they really do congest the fixture list. But we are through to the next round of the FA Cup, but that was a really fortunate way to do it, because Chelsea in the second half played far better than us, put us under a lot of pressure, deserved to grab an equalising goal from somewhere. Ignore the scores there at Crystal Palace Millwall, we don't need to see that score there. The Charlton team were playing very well in the second half, but really frustrating how I thought we were going to throw it away and not grab our ourselves the game and get through to the next round. But that stoppage time own goal does ensure we are going through. So I don't know what he was trying to do there. I genuinely can't tell whether he was trying to pass the ball behind for a corner or play it back to his goalkeeper possibly, or try and control it. I don't know, but he got it completely wrong, and because of that we are very fortunately going through to the next round of the FA Cup. Still following out a bid for Boufal from Stoke City, and also as well a bid for Djokovic too. Going to keep Djokovic here actually. I was intentionally thinking about loaning him out for 2 seasons, but instead I think I'll keep him here instead and play him in the cup games. But still put a bid for Coutinho as well from PSG. I did say in the last episode, now the January transfer window is open, I'm not entirely sure whether I really want to do anything, because this Watford team is totally fine on its own, but Coutinho has his contract up at the end of the year. I wouldn't mind getting hold of the Brazilian playmaker, formerly of Liverpool, now at PSG in the game. Wouldn't mind getting hold of the guy, but we should have to wait and see whether they would accept a straight swap deal with Sofiane Boufal. But still following out a bid for Luke Shaw. West Brom want to take our left back who we signed this summer. We ask for £60 million, otherwise they can just, forget about it. And also following that, Dominic Orfa comes to us and says about that new contract, boss, I'm going to let it run down and leave come the end of the deal, which to be honest, I don't really care about, because he's got 2 years left in his deal anyway, and by that time we probably would have left Watford, so it's not really a big deal for us. But still, Coutinho is not going to come to Watford. PSG decided that, PSG didn't decide, Coutinho decided he's not going to bother and consider coming to Vicarage Road. Instead, he's going to join Valencia when his contract is up at the end of the year. Now, I know before you all start commenting, I could have signed the guy on a pre-contract, but I didn't really see the point, because obviously this will probably be our final season. It might not be, but it probably will be, and therefore signing players on pre-contracts is pretty much pointless, really. But still, taking on Liverpool here for the second and final game of today's episode in this one, taking on Liverpool at Vicarage Road, coming on the back of that win against Charlton away at the Valley in the FA Cup, playing the first team for this game, and we take the lead in this game as well, just a few minutes in. Neymar was the one that struck the shot, but instead it's not him that's going to claim the goal, it's his strike partner, Mario Balotelli, who got the faintest of touches on his nose, forehead, mouth, can't really see there, but does sort of nod the ball in with his head. I'm not sure whether it was intentional or not, but he is going to claim it. He scores against his former club, and Mario Balotelli gets his 8th of the season and makes it Watford 1, Liverpool 0. So that's goal number 8 in the Premier League so far for Mario Balotelli, scoring against his former club there to open the scoring. Again, not sure if it was intentional or not, but he's going to claim it. So Watford 1, Liverpool 0. A few minutes later, though, Liverpool had the ball in the back of our net to make it 1-1, but it was disallowed for offside. Daniel Sturridge got the goal, the former Chelsea striker, getting the finish there, a nice finish into the back of the net, but thankfully for us, the linesman's flag was up, and correctly so. So still 1-0 to Watford. Butland then made a pretty good save there in the 15th minute to Naya Kore and keep it at 1-0. And in the 21st minute here, we had a good chance to double our lead. David Alaba swings in his cross to the far post, picks out Neymar, but the Brazilian's header goes over the bar and behind for a goal kick. So still 1-0, but this is a really action-packed beginning to the first half as well. 25 minutes in, and there have been tons of chances, and also not just one goal, but 2 goals as well, because Daniel Sturridge, who did have the ball in the back of the net about 12 minutes prior to this one, does have this ball in the back of the net once again, but this time the goal is going to count. Sturridge brings out his trademark celebration and makes it Watford 1, Liverpool 1. So his first goal of the game was disallowed, and correctly so, but this was a fantastic finish by the English striker. Receives the ball from outside the area on his weaker right foot and rifles it past Jack Butland for his second goal in the Premier League this season and makes it Watford 1, Liverpool 1. So Liverpool back on level terms here. Great finish there by Daniel Sturridge. But in the 31st minute, another good chance for us to retake the lead. David Alaba receives the ball from Ryan Tyler, takes it round one and goes for goal from just outside the area, but it's Leno with the save, and the German goalkeeper turns it behind for a corner. So still 1-1, and from the corner it's crossed into the centre by Conor Plianka. The Ukrainian looks for the former Liverpool right back Klein, it's headed away, only as far as Conor Plianka again, through towards Neymar, who goes for goal, but again it's Leno with the save, and he turns it behind for a corner. So still Watford 1, Liverpool 1. Just for half time though, another good chance for us to take the lead again. We cross the ball to the far post, and Balotelli goes to the header, puts it wide, the post on behind for a goal kick. It was still 1-1, and the final chance of a very action-packed first half before in stoppage time here. Conor Plianka takes it around Moreno, then takes it around Henderson, gets himself inside here, wonderful run by the Ukrainian and goes for goal, but the former Sevilla man is denied by another good save by Leno, and it is still Watford 1, Liverpool 1. So a fantastic first half in this game. Haven't said that very often in this series, let alone this season, but it is still Watford 1, Liverpool 1. But with 50 minutes to go though, how about this? Lewis Cook almost scores his first goal of the season here, and what a lovely goal it would have been, because Luke Shaw sprints down the left-hand side. You may have missed it first time round. Feel free to go back and watch it. Lewis Cook was getting marked by a Liverpool player, tracking his run, and he just pushed him to the floor, carried on his run, and almost scored to make it 2-1. But sadly, it was saved by Leno. But it was how the game would finish. Final score: Watford 1, Liverpool 1. We can't keep the winning streak alive. It is a draw. Once again, we failed to win the Premier League. Having a little bit of an inconsistent patch right now, but at least we are still undefeated. And through to the next round, the FA Cup. I guess those things are the most important from today's episode. But that does end the episode, though, guys. So thank you very much for watching the video. Still laughing at the Lewis Cook incident. Thank you for watching the video. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed today's episode of Career Mode, then please do leave a like. It's of course much appreciated. It really does help my channel out. And I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon.